I have a few things that I want to address today. This thought just came to me that when you have been raised to be a slave, so I have witnessed, so many negative, sad, unhappy, very negative minded. They have a lot of low vibrational negative energy, and they are just projecting their pain on others, like what has happening to me with my work, sadly. But this has been the reality of the situation, that I've been very attacked and bullied online, that it seemed like I could not speak my truth at all as a strong woman who I am, who I have to be. Because, well, of course that began with my own mother, who is narcissistic, who was always very negative, always complaining about things, like never happy, never satisfied. And then she was always arguing with my stepfather, and I would be basically their therapist as a child, watching aside and trying to solve things between them, trying to bring peace and sanity and enlightenment, because of course that was what I was doing as a child. So anyway, these thoughts are just coming to me. If this resonates with you, being a sensitive, empath, highly sensitive person, and you have also been bullied and abused, so it is no wonder that I have witnessed, sensitive, highly sensitive people, especially women, being ashamed and even irritated by their own sensitivity, by their own ability to be emotional and cry, for example, and feel things. Yes, of course, it can be very heavy and difficult. Yes, that is true. Yes, I have battled with this as well. But eventually you have to start getting on your own side. You have to start cultivating your peace and healing if you want your life to change for the better, if you want to be happier. You cannot be happy if you're always negative and depressed and complaining. And, even though there are these bullies and these toxic people, these, sent by the devil, negative entities, energies, low vibrational people, can be around you and attacking you, yes. But always your job is to protect your peace, protect your health, know your own self-worth, discover your identity, your empowerment, your strength within, your voice, be rising up over them. That is the process. And from my experience, it is what makes you a super empath. You become so strong that you rise up over these bullies, these toxic people, and you do that with the power of God within you and with you. So you can pray to Jesus, pray to God, and ask for help. Because again, that is what I can really say is true. That you need to let yourself breathe and give yourself the space. So it is the truth of this whole matter. Like people say, I've seen this on social media, said by so many people who I admire, I look up to, who are like-minded with me, who are also uplifting other people positively like I am. It is my passion. It was always my passion. I was always supporting and encouraging people, my friends. When these people say that all you need to do is just breathe, relax, trust, have faith, pray, meditate, and just let go and let things happen. Because again, we cannot be pushing and forcing things to happen, and we should not, because again, we're sensitive and intuitive. So we have to honor our own emotions and sensitivity within us. if we want to be on our own side. Obviously, if you're always irritated and ashamed of being sensitive, highly sensitive, being an empath, you feel like a sponge to other people's issues. People are projecting their issues onto you, like what has happened to me my entire life. Yes, it is a problem. Yes, it is a battle. It is a battle of the spiritual world, spiritual warfare, battle of the mind, battle of the energies, vibrations, frequencies, but it's also a battle of your own self-worth. Because I'm sure that all that shame and that negative mindset and image of these people who are highly sensitive and empaths and who are burned out and are feeling negatively about themselves and about the sensitivity. Yes, I have been there most of my life. Yes, I know what it's like. And that is why I'm here to help. That is why I'm here to talk and post, and, I can help you if you're interested in, talking to me one-on-one, working with me, so we can solve this for you. You don't need to be staying stuck in that place. You should not be staying stuck in that place. Life is too short for that, frankly. So I can offer you a helping hand if you're interested in getting through this and actually starting to value yourself as a sensitive person. Because of course you become that way, that you're cultivating all of that subconscious negativity and even conscious negativity and, self-sabotaging your life and your health and things like that. Because, of course, if you have been raised to be a slave for other people, if you have been raised to be a people pleaser, if you have been raised to be a scapegoat, if you have been raised that in a way that people are always projecting their issues onto you and you are a sponge to their issues and you're carrying their issues, trying to fix them, trying to solve them, trying to save everybody. Well, what about you? Who is going to save you? If you don't stop and think that you need to start making changes in your own life, start saving yourself, start opening yourself up to actual, real help and support. So, if you really think about it, no baby is born being ashamed of themselves. No baby is born with a negative mindset. A small child is curious about themselves and about their surroundings. They are curious. They have the life force. They have the willingness, the willpower to learn, how to walk, how to move, how to talk, and how to eat, and these basic things. And then there are these things that parents should support their children with, especially when they're sensitive, and not raise them to be ashamed of themselves, to be, these slaves, these objects, for other people, punching bags. No, that's not how it should be. So now, if you have not yet acknowledged your own self-worth, your own peace of mind, being on your own side, actually learning to love yourself, accepting yourself for who you are, accepting your sensitivity, accepting and then managing and handling. If you are feeling stuck, yes, I can help you, for example, by my self-help book, Start Helping and Supporting Yourself. I'm sure that you have found my work for a reason. The universe has guided you to find my work, and you are one of my potential clients, so don't hesitate to reach out. We can work on this together on your healing path. I can give you the tools that you need if you are feeling very stuck and alone right now. So, of course, like I was saying, the first thing that you need to understand that this has been done to you. You have not been born with a negative mindset about yourself, about your life, about life generally. This has been basically done to you ever since you have been a child. Our childhoods do define a lot what happens in our lives later on. Yes, of course, things and mistakes can happen. That is normal as well, but you will have more tools and more resilience and more knowledge of course, the more you have been supported as a child. So the more you trust yourself, the more you have faith in yourself, in God, the better your life really is. The safer your life is, the more you value and love yourself. Because again, you're a God's chosen child, so you are supposed to be exactly who you are as a sensitive, intuitive person. Doesn't matter how many times you can cry in a day, as long as you're healing from all of that, depression, anxiety, shame, guilt, fear, insecurity, whatever it is that has been bringing you down, those people and situations and places and events that have been draining you out and projecting their issues onto you, and these toxic people attacking you, just remember that it's all from the devil. It's all the plan of the devil. It's not anything that you should be putting up with. So you're supposed to be healthy and victorious and live a good life safe. So acknowledge that and acknowledge your own worth. The society and people around you have felt very pressuring, have been bullying and attacking you and putting you down and all of that. You are strong. So acknowledge, feel, sense, see, start empowering yourself by acknowledging all of that strength that you have by now within you, because you have been doing work. Every day you're doing work, even if you feel that you're not. But you're doing what you can at that moment with those tools that you have. And you have to be merciful on yourself. And you have to learn self-love and compassion. Not beating yourself up when something happens again. Because seriously, you need peace and healing. So stop absorbing the negative energy from the society, from others. Set those healthy boundaries. I also have my boundaries bootcamp guide only for €7 if you feel that you need a bit more help and coaching, encouragement and support authentically. When it comes to those healthy boundaries, how to build them and when to set them and all of these things. Personally, for myself, I can say that I battled with these issues for years. So that is why I felt that my intuition has been telling me that you need to do this and this and this and create that and create that. And so you're in the right place if my energy and my message resonate. It's a kind reminder that when you have made the decision that you want to heal from these kinds of abusive experiences, it is so important that you seriously start to acknowledge your own value, your own worth, how to love yourself, that you actually learn to love yourself, that you learn that you matter, that you have a place in this world, because the more you do this, your self-concept, your self-esteem grows, you become more confident within yourself, you set those healthy boundaries because you love yourself, because you know that you are valuable. So this is the most powerful antidote against these toxic entities, these toxic people, along with your prayer life.